Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's sunny and cold here in the great state of North Carolina.
Mhm.
Hey, Nessa, how are you this morning? Yeah, you're first. You might be the only person. Um,
You got your monetization turned off?
I don't remember whether it's turned off or not. I've been turning it off.
Oh yeah, how come?
It's aggravating.
It's not worth $1?
Um, but so I don't know. Anissa, did you see it? Good morning, Sandy. Anissa, Sandy, did y'all see ads when you came in?
I'm sure they did not, because I didn't.
Okay.
I've got the YouTube side open also. But that's up to you, whatever.
Nothing. Okay. Nothing happened to my hair, Vintage. I don't have my headset on.
He's got
Roberta's
his
she's at the office, so I can just use the speaker on my monitor.
he's got his Jerry Falwell hair going
Yeah.
there.
Hallelujah.
God
Um,
bless you, my children.
that's right. And some of you people really need a blessing, and I'm
Send
not.
your send your blessing gift for the first
That's right.
$80. You get a, a pamphlet with my picture on it.
I'm gonna do a laying of the hands on everybody right now. Okay.
God
I know that's
bless
sacrilegious.
everyone.
I'm not making fun of religion. I'm making fun of the TV evangelists who, well, we won't go there. Hey, lag.
Wow, new
Speaking of,
record high for
well, let's
Philly.
do another lags in here now. Let's do another hands on him. Todd, put your hand up there.
God bless you, my son.
Todd, lag needs a lot of blessing. Um, it's kind of cool here today. It's like 31 degrees right now. I got a space heater going on right here. It's so cold. Uh, I'm out. Yeah, okay. Uh,
You're out. You don't need the blessings from the Lord.
the Lord. Mr. Steelers joined the Eagles in the L column.
Loss column.
Good morning,
Loser.
Chaz.
Loser column. Loss column.
One, my nephew is he is oh he they lost last night. He's a big Panthers fan of Panthers, but they Rams beat them last night, 34-31. So I guess that makes them out of the playoffs or whatever.
Yeah.
I actually met Tammy Faye a couple of times.
Did
She
she
was
hit
nice.
you over the head with her eyelashes?
No, she was a nice. She was
Stand, you
actually a
stand,
nice lady.
you stand close enough. I think those eyelashes would like hit you on top of the head.
Steelers are done. Wish they would fire Tomlin and chaos. For a cold chick, it's cold there. Anyway, like I said, Tammy Faye was a nice lady. They're like all the other TV evangelists. They just get caught up in the money and forget they're not actually producing anything. I mean, you know, income, like a product or anything like that. But anyway, I digress. So, Mr. Todd, how are you this fine, chilly morning?
I'm blessed beyond all measure, my friend Tom.
Okay. And
God blesses everyone.
And as we discussed in the green room, you're going to wait till next weekend to go get your auction purchases.
Probably they run 2 weeks between auctions, probably. That's
I
okay.
had, back
I
when I
didn't
used to
buy
go
much.
to storage locker on site storage locker auctions. This one guy said, why do people call it auction wins?" Yeah, you paid the most money to get what you want, but is that necessarily a win? It's like
Uh,
depends on what you're
because
getting.
I don't know. Yeah, if it's something good at a low price, then I would call that a win. But if it's
Well, he was talking more like you win the lottery, you win a contest or something like that. You're actually purchasing it. Um, Good morning, Hank. Swamp Picker, you're gonna be late for work. Um, so I actually sold a seat yesterday.
well, praise Jesus.
20, yeah, I'm blessed. $25 plus shipping. Um, that was it. What about you?
Oh, I sold a tape, cassette tape deck. I sold a pair of mittens. I sold a hat. Sold two pair of jeans. Sold ammo pouches. That was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. So I don't know. Not my best day. It was okay. I didn't zero out. Sold $221 of crap to unsuspecting buyers.
And this is trying to get your blood pressure up this morning, all promoted, right, Todd?
Oh man. I can't help myself when I'm watching Flippin' Ain't Easy. He talks about that promoted listings more than anybody else, and I just I don't know. I need to stop throwing shade his way whenever he starts in because I do almost every time. They were talking about the change that took effect. What was it, yesterday or today? Where if you promote something and anybody clicks on it, then the next person to buy it, you still got to pay promoted, whether it was
Right.
brought to the attention of the buyer. You like a little shade?
And that's only if you've got running promoted listings.
Right, the item has to be promoted at the time it was looked at and the time it was sold.
So if you don't promote, then you don't have to worry about it.
So that's been a big stink
Right.
that was going to happen, and I think today's the day, right? Or was it yesterday?
I don't know. Bearded picker, bearded picker, bearded picker.
But yeah, it's you know, I get tired of
Today, according to Anissa and to Glenn.
yeah, I get tired of people making a distinction between full-time resellers and part-time resellers
Right.
because I don't think there's an absolute bit of difference. I mean, if I didn't resell, my lifestyle would be worse. So, and the full-timers, if they didn't resell, their lifestyle would be worse. There's no difference in my book. But there's always this distinction brought up, you know. that, oh, Todd's not worried about promoting because he just does it for fun and relax a little bit of money. He pays for his vacations.
Right.
So
I'm
I'm like,
sorry. I had to look at this histo something or other. This this Sue
oh,
said. Well, that's what I was talking about. And I was listening to some videos last night while I was doing some stuff, and it's it's eBay's always doing something. UPS is always doing something. All the other um, outlets are doing something. So, do do you have a the title of the show was, do you have a core business process? Do you have, which I know you do, you buy, you list, you sell and ship, and then you repeat. You don't do too much of this fancy stuff, the promoted listings, and you sort of did get caught by the list easier thing. Um,
yeah, he's saying it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. It paid for my cataract surgery. It paid for Gwen's knee surgery. It paid for our vacation. It matters a hell of a lot to me. I understand that, James, but there's
yeah, but some people. Okay,
that's that
Todd and
can't
I, Todd
that
and I both have
just
we have
still
retirement
chaps me.
income. Go ahead, Todd. I'm sorry.
I don't know. It just every time I say nope, don't promote. Well, you don't have to because you don't depend on the money. Well, yeah, I kind of do.
Exactly, James.
And with inflation the last 5 years, my standard of living, had it not been for reselling, would have gone way down. I mean,
You do what you
it
want to do. I do what I want to do, and I need to do more. But you do what you need to do.
right? I don't promote because my items don't need promoting,
Right.
or a vast majority of them don't. I mean, it's like I got this cassette deck going out for $110. Uh, there's only like 3 of them listed on eBay.
Hold that thought. He's calling long distance.
Holy smoke!
How's things down in Antarctica? Well, maybe not.
We saw him for a second.
Yeah, he was there for a minute. Let's see if he comes back in there. There he is.
Let's see. Oh, look at
Look,
it.
look at that pretty blue water. That's cold blue water too, people. That's not Caribbean blue water. Oh, Anissa, snag this. Here, I'll put him on.
Is
I'll
that
put him
his
on full.
bare feet?
I'll put him on full screen so you can grab them feet for your Only Feet commercial. They're having kind of issues.
So Pink
Um,
says, I'm living off Social Security and what I make on eBay. The only debt I have are credit cards.
you're right, Sue. People if you get $2,000 a month, hey Jake,
Your connection isn't very good, Jake. We've seen his face about 3. Oh, there's his armpit.
He's laying out catching some sun. It must not be too cold for him.
Well, it's summertime down there.
Yeah, but Antarctica is quite a few miles away from the equator. Um, Jake, we can't hear you if you can hear us.
Well, they're on the move. You can see that.
Yeah.
They're not
I'm,
at anchor or at a port. Yeah. Look at them cute little toesies. Careful where you point the camera. We don't want to see your buffness out there.
um, he's gone down and got a pedicure and a manicure. So, um, but Todd, if you, let's just say that Gwen in the fall or in the spring wants to do a 15-day transatlantic cruise. And you need to make some money. You got a room full of stuff that you could list. So you could make the money. I mean, you could make some money. But your normal day-to-day expenses, even though you're like us, you've had some medical bills to hit. Um, you don't have to do it like you're trying to support a family of five. See that?
However, because I'm on fixed income, my buying power has gone down 20% since the beginning of 2024 because of inflation.
Right.
So if I want to live the same lifestyle, I've got to sell stuff on eBay.
I mean, you came close of hitting your 100K goal last year.
No, James, that's not why I don't promote. If promoting worked for me, I'll be the first one to do it. I've tried it. It didn't work for me.
Yeah, usually it is, Jake.
That's
Uh,
not why I feel comfortable not promoting. That's why that's what chaps my butt about it.
well, like I said, you came close to hitting your 100K goal last year because you goofed off 6 weeks out of the year. But um,
You don't believe me? Okay. I mean,
$80,000 a year,
you can believe what you want.
$80,000 a year is a pretty daggum good income.
You don't believe that the cost of living is 20% higher than it was at the beginning of 2024? Do you live under a rock?
And this is a stalker. Um,
COL is what is COL?
where's COL at? Oh, cost of living.
Well, then, you're saying, I know that promoting works. Well, it may work on your stuff, but it doesn't work on mine. I've tried promoted listings about at least a half a dozen times. there was zero appreciable difference in the amount I made using it or not using it.
But as somebody mentioned earlier, you sell stuff that it's not like Wrangler jeans. You're not competing with 40,000 other sellers selling Wrangler jeans or Tommy Bahama t-shirts or any of that kind of stuff.
I do have some Wrangler jeans. I
Well,
sold
I'm
I sold a pair yesterday.
work with me here, Todd. Work with me
Okay.
here.
But yeah, they
The
weren't
point
promoted.
is you're selling other stuff to cater to a group of people, which your winter stuff is probably going to be big sellers this year because it's supposed to be so damn cold up north this year.
Thank you, baseball.
Uh,
If all I sold was uh, Ralph Lauren polo shirts, heck yeah, I would promote the crap out of that stuff. Probably 10%. But what chaps my rear is people saying, "Oh, he don't need to promote because he's got plenty of money already." That ain't right. I don't have plenty of money already.
uh, Mike must have just jumped on a time machine or something. I haven't seen 50-cent eggs down here and $1 for a pound of hamburger. Um, but then the thing about it is, Todd, is that you have money, I have money, we're retired, we have income streams coming in, but I really don't like tapping into that. I'm gonna consider it extra money, rental at my time in life. I'm not going to jump out and buy a damn Ferrari. You know what I mean? Um, I like all that stuff just staying there, bringing money in case something happens to me. Roberta's taken care of. So anything like reselling, you know, Todd makes all the YouTube money. Uh, that's just extra. That's to take the trips. That's without tapping into your principle. And like Sue was talking about up above, insurance is crazy high.
That's right, Mike. I'd rather be a reseller than go sit on a golf course. I like to play golf, but I can't see you spending 4 hours a day every day doing that. I'd rather be productive and make some money.
Thank you, Texas. Hallelujah. Uh, oh God, I'm glad that y'all find my hair such an interesting talking point. Um, and some people just don't care. They just not interested in they're not interested in promoting. And according to Scott, if you use Enlist Easier, you know, do you need to promote? Because it,
$23,000 a month for one prescription. That's not right.
yeah,
Whew.
that's not right.
Thank you, Phil. I can't keep up with Tom here.
These
But it
people,
just, it doesn't matter if it's Beard um, or John or whoever. And I say that I don't promote, and oh, you don't have to because you got money already. It's not right. That's not the reason I don't promote.
that's right. I'm the Flash, Mike. I can run quickly to the bathroom because um, you will learn when you get a little bit older that you're sitting doing something and then you're like a 6-year-old boy. You got to go to the bathroom now. You know, now. There's no waiting. Pull over on the side of the road.
Every time I get a new pair of sneakers, I feel like I'm faster.
Yep, that's right.
Hellfire Sadie. So,
It's
I
you
don't
just
know.
have to.
I'm beating a dead horse here. I know it, but the others keep bringing it up, so I guess I'll bring it up too.
I don't know. I only have a few horses in this race, so I can't say. But like you have a lot of stuff that's not normal. Not when I say
Uh,
not normal, it's not the clothing and all. It's not regular clothing.
okay, Craig hadn't brought it up today,
Yeah, Craig.
but they all think I'm an idiot.
It's how you run your business. That's your business process. That's your business model. Um,
I'm not anti-promotion. I probably got 200 or 300 items in my store that should be promoted, but it's such a small percentage of what I'm selling that I'm not going to bother with it.
but
I don't,
honestly,
I don't want to keep up with it. That takes time.
when I search for something, after it comes up, I click cheapest price first. That's just the way I shop. And if they might have terrible feedback, because by God, if you do something wrong, they'll take the time to leave feedback. If everything's just perfect, the unicorns are jumping over the moon and everything, they're like, feedback, what's that? But anyway, I look at cheapest price and then I look at their feedback to see how their delivery works. I just, but everybody do your own thing. It's your business, and that's one thing that people don't realize. It's your business. Like everybody is not going to. And I say list easier. This is not a promoted show, by the way, uh, because that's the big thing in our group right now. I know there's other ones, but not everybody's going to that. Because unfortunately, me being the a hole that I am, if I was on the board of directors of eBay, I would have already sat back in my $2,000 chair at the boardroom table and said, "Why are we not doing this? Why are we not making? If you want to use this service, it's $10 a month more." And the fact that we can also give more value to it because ours can tap into highest price sold, lowest price sold, and average. Click and pick and choice. It's not like they don't have the money to do something like
Yeah.
that. And if they did something like that, would you be more in tune to use eBay's where you can get access to all their information, or would you keep using something like List Easier or Easy Listing, or whatever some of the other ones are called? Um,
I get that, Craig, but some of the things that we do as resellers are actually losing us money. For instance, I saw a post by a reseller that said they shut their eBay store down for 10 days to do inventory. And sure, they found a lot of things that weren't listed. But in 10 days of zero sales, are you going to trade that so that you can inventory everything? I think it's a waste of time. You could be listing other stuff or buying other stuff or doing anything else in the business to make you money. Why would you shut your store down for 10 days to do an inventory of your stuff?
I don't know whether they'll buy one.
So you got to trade time for some of the ways to become better. Sure, your store is better after you get through with the inventory, but you just wasted 10 days. You didn't waste it, but I understand that, James. But 10 days worth of no sales? My average sales are about what? About 250, 270 a day. 10 days, that's $2,700 I don't have. So anyway,
What?
that's it. That's just one thing. There's nothing wrong with striving to be better, but if it's going to take away from what you're already doing, I think that's not necessarily a smart move.
And maybe, just maybe, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that, but maybe you're trying to sell crap, or there's too many people selling the same thing. I don't know what this is on my desk, but it's got to
I've
do.
got I've got 1,700 items in my store. I bet there's at least 50 that aren't listed. That that I think are listed, but if is it worth spending all that time doing an inventory when I could be listing more stuff?
Well, Craig,
Yeah, that makes more sense, Hank. Just do a shelf of inventory a day. It may take 10 minutes, but 10 days? Jeez.
I've never attempted it because I've had no desire to do so. But speaking of inventory, which it takes me about 20 minutes to do my inventory, um, can you download all your listings like to a Excel file or something like that?
James, I have been hit with some purchases that I swore I was out of, and sure enough, I couldn't find it. That happens once or twice a year, not often. It didn't happen often enough to worry about it.
Yeah, and this, I mean, not this, excuse me, Chastity.
So Chastity did a full. How many items do you have, Chastity? She did a full inventory and only found 3 or 4 things that weren't listed. Hmm. James says it's happened to him 3 times a year. Is that enough to worry about? Three times a year isn't going to hurt your metrics because with the amount that I sell, when I have to cancel an order, that a ding on my account would drop off before the next one hit. You're under 800. How long did it take you to do your inventory, Chastity? Okay. But I just brought that up as, you know, Kevin Kevin said he doesn't do inventory. He says it's a waste of time. He can be doing something else that
Well,
makes money.
I think that if somebody was going to say, "What's the first thing I need to do to get started in this business?" Well, first of all, I'd say the first thing is you need to have some product to sell, but two is you need to have a good uh, inventory system set up and from the get go.
Kevin is right.
Shut up,
I
Beard.
totally agreed with Kevin. I don't I don't do inventory. That'd be a waste of time.
But see, Scott is doing all of this easier stuff, and he said the other night that it's gotten to the point where because he's really got to control his inventory.
Craig, I can't hire Gwen to do my inventory. She's too expensive.
Um,
First thing, don't listen to Tom.
he's making more of an effort to keep track of where he's putting stuff because when you got what did he say? You got 6,000 new CDs up. Is that what you said, Scott? CDs and DVDs in that media store. If you don't have a good inventory system, throwing up that kind of
I can
product that fast,
I
you're
can
going to have a
guess why, Robin.
Leg doesn't. Leg runs 80% off sales. He doesn't keep stagnant in inventory. He runs 80% off and he runs 90% promoted. He burns through the merchandise. Um, Scott, you're welcome to come in here if you want to voice your opinion. He's probably putting on some clothes.
He probably thinks we're just talking about nonsense like usual,
Yeah. Well, he's in the
which we
chat.
kind of are.
Let's see.
That scared me, Scott.
I know. I tried. Either one, y'all got some tough hearts this morning, so y'all are good to go. It depends on the value. If you had a high valuation, you need to keep track of those items. But you know, like Kevin buys a lot like I do. If you buy stuff at yard sales, if you two items, if you find 10 items not listed and you've spent 24 hours total going through 3 or 4 thousand listings, is that cost effective?
I don't think so.
Um, like these media items over here, there's 6,358 items right now. I'm not going if freaking Dr. Seuss, if that's not listed, I can't. I'm not going to spend my time looking. Every one of them was listed at one point. There is a problem eBay's having right now with numbers. They're Josh and them have been talking about it in a private chat that they are adding and subtracting numbers to your inventory. So there is a little bit of an issue with eBay doing it right now. My stance with the media is, most of them I'm 30 cents or less in an item, even if it was 50 items. It's not worth the.
Yeah, the biggest problem with me with unlisted inventory is the space that it's taking up.
Yeah, and I hell, I got
And I, as long as I don't run out of space, I'm okay.
So I do plan on this spring really organizing the main account. It's only 800 items. Um, Anything that doesn't have an inventory will be. I will find it. I know, right, Kevin? Look, and by the end of the day, that computer will be listed, and the desktop will go back inside. I only drug it out here so that I could get the other computer running. I just haven't taken it back inside. It's I've been listing everything in the building, even the tables. There's nothing over there either. The tables are pretty clear. Um, I'm getting almost to the point where most stuff, and I'm probably up to 80%. There's a shelf over there in the corner that's covered in video game stuff. That's next. It's none of that's listed. So that's my goal for this week is to work through the video game stuff. Um,
If I need more space, I just need to get rid of stuff that isn't selling.
yeah, I'm not listing media anymore. Jacob's been doing all that.
Like I got rid of all the toothbrush holders. They're gone.
I saw where Lonnie put how many pages did somebody watch Lonnie? I caught a part of his video where he had printed out all the inventory and they were going item by item. It was like 46 pages of inventory. Yeah, I'm out. I'm not. I don't care that much. Especially with the media store. If something happens and there's a wrong number on the media, I'll just drop ship it. I'll order one and drop ship it. But so far, I've had to drop ship like 10 or 11. Early on, I was not checking the disc, and I've had some that were empty. We don't do that anymore. Knock on wood, I haven't had an issue. The last issue I had is I couldn't get a disc to clean. It was so severely scratched that I did drop ship one, but that was last year. That was late 2025.
I have a friend who told me, he says, you know what? I don't know why you don't see why you do not seek selling $100 and 100 items that sell for over $100 a month. That's over 10,000. That'd be $10,000.
Those
I'm
I
like, well, the big part is finding the 100 items that would sell for like 100, because you got to take fees out. You know,
and
say
when
for
people
$125.
and you're not looking for 100. You're looking for 1,200.
Yeah.
It becomes it's a lot more difficult than vintage memories. Sometimes you just see eBay is so harmful for cancels, so I generally just drop ship an item. I have been known to ship on the wrong item on purpose. Oops, but it I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Evil Beard will do that every now and then, but I haven't done it lately. I'm sorry, just keep that. I must have made a mistake. Like one I did the other day where I sent the wrong same artist CD, and he's like, "You sent me the wrong." I'm like, "I did not even realize they just happened to be in the same box." And so what I did was, because it was a $19 CD that I sent out to him by mistake, and for two $19, I sent the big bubble mailer, and I took the little bubble mailer and stuck inside of it with a self-addressed return label already on it. So all he's got to do is open it up and put the other one back in it and throw it in the mail. I just made it the easiest possible for that guy to send me the other CD back.
Is it worth it?
To get the $19 CD back, yeah, it's still worth it.
It was $19. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was evil. That was Evil Beard. He doesn't do that much anymore.
I've done that a couple of times, but it was because I already had a couple of dings on my account. I didn't want to get another one.
That's
That would throw me out of top rated.
That's the position I'd been in when I was doing something, and I was heavily Amazon, and all of a sudden an eBay item would have really hurt.
Okay. Let's hold your thought. Chaz, what's a hairdryer diffuser? Is that the thing that goes on the end of it that like?
Yes, they spreads it out.
Okay.
Kind of makes people's hair look like yours.
Thank you.
Kind of
Actually, all I did was run a brush
diffused
through it
out.
this morning.
I used a diffuser and it pulled all my hair out.
We'll do a laying on the hands for Scott. Okay. Oh Lord, found the diffuser when I did the inventory audit, and now it's relisted. Cool. Okay, I don't.
Yeah, so yesterday, Benjamin, I was in a thrift store yesterday, and man, I got some great CDs. CDs from when I was in college music. One of the more influential CDs when I was in college, I actually found. It got me from listening to hair music to alternative music in 1987.
Is that about time you started?
It it was a group from Smithereens, especially for you. There was a song called "Blood and Roses," which I was absolutely mad at. One of my favorite songs of the decade. But anyway, um, and they had donated just a ton of this stuff. And I ended up buying 67, 68 CDs. But there were four of them. You open them up, they looked like they had been rode hard, put up wet, and they were kind of thick. And I opened them up, they had like three or four CDs in each one, and none of the right ones on them. And so I'm like, I went and checked through all of them. I think I ended up with like eight or nine that didn't have CDs or wrong CDs. But of those eight or nine, two of them were in those bulk CDs. So I ended up keeping two of them because I found the. Um, I'm like, yeah, really, Elvis Costello, and y'all screw around with Elvis. But I ended up finding both Elvis CDs.
Is that really his first name? Elvis Costello.
Oh yeah,
His mama must have been an Elvis fan, an Elvis
I,
fan.
I don't know if that's a stage name. I mean, but
Yeah,
It could be, but that's what he's been going by for
yeah,
40 years.
no, that's a stage name. He was born Declan Patrick McManus.
yeah. You just did what I did. Yeah, Elvis Costello sounds a lot more like a singer's name than.
So I'm not going to say who it was, but they had a video yesterday,
Uh huh.
and part of their packing material was the those paper envelopes you get from the post office with the Ground Advantage.
Uh
Call them
huh.
out. Call them out. They suck.
No, it's somebody we like.
Anissa.
And this don't make videos.
So
No,
with
you're probably right. It probably is Declan. You're probably right.
Yeah, Declan.
I live in Alabama. What do you expect? Come on.
You're right. Declan is right.
It didn't sound
so
right when I said it.
so what am I going to do with those? I'm not using the paper ones I ordered.
I got a ton of them. I don't use either.
Should I just take them back to the post office? Because they're taking up some room.
I thought about trying to sell them at the auction.
That's even worse.
They're not prepaid, right? You still have to put postage on them.
How many garage sales and estate sales have we all been to that there was,
And those things are huge. They're like this big.
I know USPS packaging was there for sale.
The
I
other
go
one,
in, I go into thrift stores and I'll find them. Still wrapped in the wrap.
I use the 12 by 12 by 8s. I use them a lot. And then the shoe boxes I cut down to all different kinds of sizes. But man, that other one, not. And the bubble mailer, I use the bubble mailer. But the big paper thing, God, that thing's terrible.
And it tears. You try to shove something in it, it just rips apart.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine what would happen to them in shipping.
All right, whose video was it?
You can find it, but
I don't watch videos.
I'm not going to say who it was. Because I'm not a tattletale. I don't rat out people.
You have
They
some
put,
pretty.
they put it on the internet for God's sakes. You're what are you tattling? They were obviously proud of it. Okay, yeah, give us their initials. It's a good
But
one.
yeah, he was using these as packing materials.
So he.
Yep. I gave you a 50%.
It wasn't Kevin because Kevin doesn't ship. So next.
I'll give you another hint. I still like him, but you don't anymore.
Does he live in South Carolina?
Lives where?
Shh. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Scott knows exactly who I'm talking about now.
Does his name rhyme with piss?
Beard, this isn't your show. Don't be outing somebody on somebody else's show. Mm.
Well, like Scott said, you put it out there. Did I?
Yes, Chastity. It will be your neighbor.
He didn't say he was using that, but it sure looked like him.
He called me like 4 times last week and then sent me a text saying that he didn't mean to be mean to me, but he had friends that were obnoxious. He was just messing with. I'm like, I didn't respond because I'm a fickle bitch.
But really, if I take these back to the post office, who's going to use them? How much more would shipping be for this than a poly mailer anyway? With some, I don't know. That goes, that's like 16 by 13, something like that. It's got to go over some kind of dim weight. No, 20 inches by 14 and a half.
I've gone into Goodwill and they'll have like I said the stacks of priority mailboxes on the shelf for like $3.
I didn't
And
say
I saw this lady stick one in a buggy one time, and I said, you can go to the post office and get them for free. And she said, well, you have to pay for the postage. I said, ma'am, you got to pay for the postage on those.
I didn't say it, so there you go.
And she's like, really? And I said, yeah. And I said, I don't know whether it's really legal to sell them, but I'm not going to say that.
Postal supplies, it is not legal to sell them.
So, and I said, you can have them delivered free to your house.
How thrift stores will sell them every now and then, especially Goodwill, and you're like, everybody in their brother's got to know that's illegal. You cannot. It's legal to sell postal supplies. They're the free USPS postal supplies. It's illegal to sell.
It says right on it, this is the problem.
Yeah.
United States Postal Service.
Yep. So have y'all noticed too that the UPS labels are changing? Anybody use UPS? The last mile is now changing. I think it was effective this Monday or next Monday. They will now be. Remember, they had a big fight with UPS and USPS had a big fight this time last year. UPS wanted to reduce the amount of money they were paying the Postal Service to carry the last mile. And the Postal Service actually had a set of nuts and said, man, the hell with y'all. We're not doing it. Evidently, UPS has learned their lesson as now. Then the rates haven't been announced or who won this, but UPS ground saver now goes last mile on the post office again. That's why if you're using any of your when you're using that service, it pops up and says, make sure you drop this at UPS again. Those you're getting those messages again because there's so many ignorant people who just take that straight to the post office, and the post office doesn't get paid for just the last mile, so it's not them. It's supposed to be only dropped off at UPS, but people are stupid.
So you're dropping it at UPS, and then when it gets to
they take it to
Alabama, it ends up at the USPS store.
So say it's here. Say if it's coming, if you ship me something, they would get it to the local post office. So they would drop it at the post office, my post office down the street, and the post office takes it the final mile.
What's the point? Is the price that much difference? Because that's
the most expensive. The final mile is the most expensive part of it.
because
Most of the time, most of the time, the final mile cost that final destination costs more than the entire shipment of the package. Of the total cost of shipping,
right.
um, the final mile is the most expensive.
Because I never could understand the FedEx USPS thing that was. I don't know whether it's still going or not. Because I watched a package come from Atlanta to Charlotte. Charlotte's here, comes in here at the airport. Then it went to Concord, way up here. Then it went to Monroe, and then it went to Salisbury, or as my Yankee friend says, Salisbury. And then it came to South Charlotte, where I live at. It took like 2 weeks to get here from Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, was
not
it this summer, Scott? You had a package go from your place to Puerto Rico and then on to Washington State, or
Finally made to Washington State. Yeah, was going to Tacoma, Washington.
that's that's a funny story.
It made it, but it took 10 forever. God.
Well, Dusty had one to go to Puerto Rico one time, and it was going to like Mississippi, and he was in Alabama.
I had one just a few weeks ago go to Mississippi, back to Alabama, back to Mississippi, back to Alabama to me. They never delivered it. They delivered it back to me and never made it to the customer.
Mm.
I had
No
to-
problems. No problems with the address. No anything. No marks on the box. Just delivered it to me. It makes no damn sense.
I shipped a package. It was supposed to go to Michigan or someplace up north, and I shipped it, and they delivered it back to my house the next day. I took it to the post office and said, "Why was this re-delivered to my or delivered back to my house?" And the postmaster, he said, "I have no idea." He said, "Everything's in its right place. I have no idea."
And I broke one of my rules for 2026 already yesterday. If I don't like it, I am not buying it because I won't list it. Dan finding about 2 more vacuum cleaners. I've got vacuum cleaners sitting up there that have been sitting there for 3 months, and I bought 2 more yesterday. What the hell?
Are those over $100 items?
No, they're $80 items.
Okay.
Silver is $88.70.
Wow.
There were 2 Electrolux canisters, 2 Electrolux, but they don't have the power nozzle. They have the hose and everything.
Wow.
So the hoses are worth about $40, and the canisters are worth. One of them's worth 60. The other one's worth 80. And then you know how they used to have those? They still do those little ends. You ever have an Electrolux, Tom? The canister vacs?
yeah.
They had that little attachment for like dusting that fit on the end of it. It had the 2 little things that popped around the hose.
Yeah.
Do you realize that thing is worth $25? That little vacuum attachment, 25. It was on one of those. I looked at it when I was looking up the model number. Somebody sold just that attachment for $25. That
I
little
think
bitty.
my mom's got 2 of those in her junk room.
Oh yeah, that had the little wingy things on them. Yeah, $25. It's no bigger than like this big.
Let me jump off the front porch for a minute. Yesterday we were having a health discussion over on Todd's show, and Sue and Anissa, I know y'all going to be so proud of me. I had to run out last night to pick up a prescription, and the CVS is around the corner from the Dunkin' from the Krispy Kreme, and the Hot and Now store was on, and I just drove right on by, and I said, "Get behind me, devil," and just drove right on by it.
Let's get this straight. You didn't run anywhere. You might have shuffled. You might have.
I drove my car, but I just drove right on by it.
Uh-huh.
Unless they do something dramatic to stop silver, there's no way it doesn't hit 100 a quarter, 150. There's no way. The demand on silver right now and the lack of it with these new batteries coming online is going to put a price crunch on it, I think.
And that's a new record high, and gold hit a record high overnight too.
Dang, Todd's rich.
It's just nuts. Yeah.
Anissa, the biggest decision on that was when I've got the baby, we've got the baby on Friday and Saturday. That little sucker will show you how out of shape I am.
Round is a shape.
I'm talking, yeah, round as a shape, but I'm talking about picking him up and toting him around and flipping him up on the daggum changing table and all that kind of mess.
And he's only going to gain weight.
I know. That's the reason I gotta get in shape.
He could get that same Mike. He could get that same look by sticking his head out the window of the damn Saturn.
Yeah, absolutely. Now all I do is just take a brush and go through it.
That's
Anyway,
his hair is the result of him moving so fast, right, Mike?
yeah, the Flash.
He could get that same look by taking a beach ball, rubbing it in static electricity.
That's the first step in not eating the crap food chemical.
Yeah,
food.
that's
Yeah.
whoever gave you a haircut this time did give you some kind of funky wave there. What the hell?
So anyway, I've been trying to work into a keto type diet.
The funky wave.
That's okay. At least I got some.
I've been trying to get back on keto. I need to. All these little aches and pains that go away when you're on keto.
I've just got to drop some tonnage. I mean, really.
I need to drop this 25 pounds. I do have. I added yesterday, making just to keep it at the top of my mind, making Chat GPT track my steps every day and let me know, see how it's trending and all the fun stuff. If it's on your watch, if it's buried in your phone, I never look at it. But if it's in my daily recap, I need to walk more. My fat butt needs to move around more.
Well, that's the thing about it is, unless you're walking from there 25 feet across the room, 25 feet back, unless you're going out sourcing or you got to go to your storage units to pick stuff up, or 25 feet into the house to get you a sandwich.
Is that because his dead in a coffin? Is that what you're saying, Jim?
That's probably Tara. Oh, you talking about silver as the like silver and gold, not silver as in all this gray hair.
You going to an Elvis convention or something today?
No,
I mentioned Elvis Costello, and you're playing the part. What the hell?
I just ran a brush through it and said, "Screw it. I'm just not in the mood this morning." And good morning, Tara. I'm just trying to be supportive of my wife and my kids.
I mean, interesting. Was Bridget in here? Y'all talking about inventory? Does she do inventory of all that craziness that she's got listed?
I don't know.
That would be very, very interesting because she's got a lot to be.
Bridget, are you listening? Because they go through some. Now, I'm assuming they're still doing it. They used to go through a lot of items over a weekend that they've collected all, or they've been to auctions all weekend, and then they start listing on Monday, and they'll list 1,000 things. She has got to have a good inventory system. Jabez, is your wife and kids doing okay?
I haven't combed my hair in 45 years. 50 years? No.
I don't want you to find me.
About 45 years ago, it fell out.
I need a longer comb to comb my hair because it's hard to get the middle of my back when I'm back there combing.
You two need to send me a picture from your high school graduation, and we'll do. I'll put them on the thumbnail for Throwback Thursday, or flat. Well, you've got Friday. We brush my teeth someday. Good, Jabez.
Yeah, I think today is supposed to be like 57. We're having this crazy thing called winter. Keeps interrupting my life. and I want to.
Yeah,
I
that
want
was
to.
about the last time I had to comb my hair.
You look like a court jester. What the hell?
I had on a ski sweater and ski bib overalls.
Thursday is and Friday is supposed to be 22 degrees here. That's the low. 27, and then start warming up. No, it goes down to
It's gonna
25.
be 57 today, so I want to do some walking around, at least one lap around the neighborhood
Yeah.
for some steps. But then tomorrow is only gonna be 48. Then the high Thursday is 35. I'm not built to walk in 35. Then back to 48. Then it says hold my beer for the weekend. 42, 38, and then 46, 38. Why is every other day got to be in the 30s?
I don't know.
What the hell?
Because the Lord wants it to be that way.
Mm.
But it's supposed to, tomorrow's the low is supposed to be 31, 22, 33, 27, 27, 25, 24, 33, 43. Oh, okay. After that, it just drops down in the 30s and back up. At least I don't see no. I'm looking at the months advanced because AccuWeather is accurate.
It's chilly here too. We're 48 going to a high of 61.
And I'm not walking around Dollar General. Somebody suggested on their Facebook page that we should walk around Dollar General.
That's right, Mike.
Not only is it a good place to walk, it's an obstacle course. Yeah, right.
They just can't be. Those hares can't be trained very well though.
I don't know whether they still do it or not, but it used to be when malls were real popular. They had the mall walkers, and people, the old people and the young people would get out there and they just walk around the mall.
See, I didn't call them. I'm taking Todd's high road. I didn't call them out. They called themselves out. That's crazy. JT talking about walking around Dollar General. I thought about going to Walmart just to make a couple laps around Walmart. Just think about how big most supercenters. Well, they've been making them. The new ones are smaller, but we've still got the big ones here.
It's
Yeah, they're big in Waco.
what, Dollar Generals?
Oh, Walmart.
Because in some smaller communities they started making some of the newer, fancier single doors again. But all the ones here, the doubles, and especially the ones in town, the old ones, they're the monsters.
Yeah, the old mall in Waco had numbers up on the plaques up on the wall that said how far you'd walked.
Yeah, the same.
It had a starting flag 0, and then it went, okay, you've been, a tenth of a mile, something like that. They had a plaque every tenth of a mile or something.
Most time, JT, I get notifications because either you've posted on Anissa's or Anissa has posted on yours. One or the other, it'll show up as a notification.
We got in the way of some mall walkers one time. They got pissed off at us, so we started calling them wall mockers. Here come the wall mockers. Get out their way.
You know what? They're supposed to say, passing on left, and they're supposed to keep on coming by.
If you weren't walking counterclockwise, you were getting in the way of the wall mockers.
Yeah. But it's been a couple of Christmases ago, and I've said it before. We went out to the mall at Christmas time, Carolina Place Mall, and it's a big mall. And there was nobody there at Christmas time. South Park here in Charlotte. Scott, you've shopped at South Park, haven't you? You've taken Joe Nee over there to spend a little money. South Park is where we have Nordstrom's and
Just me.
all of those high dollar Louis Vuitton, Coach, all those kind of stores. The place is packed all the time. Out in the main hallway, everybody's being seen. Oh yeah, I went to the mall. I went to South Park. Sometimes, okay. Let me back up here. What did Chaz? I guess. Oh, okay. So anyhow, all right. I need to rock and roll. I got yeah, roll. I said roll. I'll roll to the refrigerator.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think
y'all have a great. Y'all got any final comments before we wrap this sucker up?
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. You have to make an individual thing about your inventory. I'm I'm gonna do a better job this spring when I on my other store. That's just because I want locations. It's not because I care where the item is.
Right.
Because I think most of the stuff I have is unlisted. So I'm my goal this year is to deal with all that slowly through using Flex, which at least to give y'all some good news. Let's see, what did these crazy folks say? Um,
If
we
I
have
spent time with him, if I spent time with inventory, I would have much better results just purging and getting rid of things that aren't selling.
have one major error,
The-
one major bug left to fix before they release Flex.
Todd, did they ever respond back to your counter offer?
Nope, I don't think so. Let me look. So nope. You can't have my Jerry Rafferty City
$5.
for $5.
I have a $50 iPod listed, and somebody said, "What's the best price you can do?" I was thinking maybe 20. I should have just blocked them. I sent them. I sent 40. Didn't hear from them again. And how long's the battery last? And this and this and this. Listen here, douchebag. You're less than half, and you've got a laundry list of questions for me. If you don't get out of my life very quickly,
Cool. As we started out the show, just do your business like you want to do your business because it is your business. Don't listen to Scott because he does it one way or Todd does it his way or, you know, if you want to promote, promote. If you don't, you don't. And that's your business and leave it at that. If you want to keep inventory, like at well, I'm not going to say that because the retail stores that I've been in behind the back wall, you could never find anything back there either way. So if you want to keep it organized, then that's you, because it is your business.
JT, from now on, when those idiots send stuff like that, I'm gonna start sending them above the asking price. I'm gonna put on there for you 60.
I tried that one time and eBay wouldn't let me.
They won't let you, but they don't know that.
All right, y'all have a great day. Look for Scott tomorrow because he's gonna have some intellectual BS talking about the two old farts he's been listening to for the last couple of days.
I didn't listen to y'all yesterday.
Oh, you didn't?
It was either y'all or catch up the extra day of the Father Mike podcast. Y'all lost.
Okay. All right. Y'all have a great one. See you tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, whenever you can. Bye bye.